So this American skater was one of the best to come out of the University of Minnesota collegiate program. He was eventually drafted by the New York Rangers, came within an inch of being a part of two Olympic teams for Team USA. But in '76 he wasn't selected. In 1980 his major league career was in full swing, so he wasn't really up for qualification. But his success on the ice and his success in motivating his teammates and those from his home state should be celebrated from now until the end of time. So today we're going to be talking about the pride of St. Paul, Minnesota, Warren Miller. Now, Warren Frederick Miller played for South St. Paul High School in Minnesota, a very prestigious program. He eventually enrolled at the University of Minnesota, where he had a great four-year collegiate career. He helped the Golden Gophers to two NCAA championship titles in his sophomore and senior seasons, while playing for Hall of Fame coach Herb Brooks, of course, who led the 1980 Miracle on Ice team as head coach. Now, he was eventually drafted in two major league drafts in 1974, 241st overall by the Rangers, and 132nd overall by the New England Whalers of the WHA. Now, his eventual WHA rights were held by the Calgary Cowboys. Now, Calgary retained Miller's rights after a franchise relocated to Vancouver, who had selected him in the 1974 WHA amateur draft. It says New England, but I know for sure it is New England. I think Vancouver picked him up. Now, after school, Miller elected to play with Calgary, where he skated 83 games in parts of two seasons with the Cowboys, scoring 55 points, including 23 goals before the franchise folded. Now, his best season in Calgary was 1977, where he had 23 goals and 55 points in his rookie campaign. In 1978, he split time with Edmonton, Quebec, then eventually ended up with the New England Whalers in the last season of the WHA, where he had 26 goals in 77 games. Now, he was traded to Nordiques in one of the biggest deals of that season in '78 with Dave Inkpen, Rick Morris, and Craig Broderick for Don McLeod and Pierre Guité. Now, the trade to the Whalers was for Louis Levasseur, which we've talked about before in our previous podcast, very talented player. Now, when the merger occurred with the NHL in 1980, Miller had been claimed in the expansion draft by the Rangers, who of course held these NHL rights. In one campaign in New York, he skated in 55 games, but had only 13 points on 6 goals and 7 assists. The following season, he was sold back to the now Hartford Whalers for cash. He played the final 3 seasons of his career in the New England system, scoring 33 goals, assisted on 44 others for 77 points in his final 207 games. Overall, he played in 262 games in the NHL and 238 contests in the WHA, and was also a member of the USA team at the '81 Canada Cup and the 1977 and '81 World Ice Hockey Championship tournaments for the American side. Now, he was all NCAA all tournament team in '75, and of course, you know, he's been kind of acclaimed as one of the most underrated skaters in University of Minnesota history. His best campaign was in '76, where he had 26 goals in 44 games, including 57 total points. Now, the thing about Warren, which a lot of people don't remember, he hit 20 goals with Calgary, he hit 20 goals with New England, and he hit 20 goals with Hartford in the WHA. So that's a very unique thing. He was a 20-goal scorer in 2 leagues for 3 different teams over, a 5-year period. So he could score when called upon. Problem is, in Hartford, his plus minus was terrible. 1981, he was minus 30, despite 44 points in 77 games. Now, WHA problem with him, he wasn't big in the playoffs. He played 31 games, only had 1 goal. NHL, of course, he had 6 games in 1980 with the Rangers with 1 goal. And Warren Miller is a very famous name, not to be confused of the celebrity creator of the same name. But Warren was, according to some of the media in Hartford that I was following at the time, he can be one of the most underrated player on the ice, and he's totally showed that. But when he was playing University in Minnesota, ladies and gentlemen, Herb Brooks called him the go-to guy, and I tend to agree. He put up some really impressive numbers. to play the Canada Cup, the World Championships, 2 leagues. You're playing with some of the best franchises in NHL and WHA history. All the respect to him, because he made much with his career. So that's the legend of Warren Miller. Thanks for listening. Give us a like, comment, and subscribe if we like what we're doing. And if you do like what we're doing, please pass it on and tell your friends. Have a good day. Bye.